Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you're all good. And first and foremost, I want to apologise if you can hear a very loud whirring fan noise. That's my computer exporting 2 hours, 20 minutes worth of footage for a Patreon-only upload. It's all the raw footage from the Snowdon trip, all compiled into one sequence, and it is quite substantial. In fact, it's going to take over 8 hours to export. No matter, though, we are here to discuss level 50 Pokemon in Pokemon GO, the top tier. And I want to take you through my level 50 Pokemon collection. I remember somebody asking me about this months ago, and to be fair, I just haven't got around to it, so I apologise. Here it is now. So, you'll remember, obviously, over the past couple of community days, I've maxed the Comdaemon to level 50. There was stuff you have to max to level 50 in order to get to level 48, I believe, as well, which I did, now 10 months ago or something. So all the videos that you want to check out possibly are linked up there if you click the I at the top of the screen. I've set up a tag specifically so that I know what Pokemon I've maxed to level 50. It's just an easy way to keep track of what's what, because some Pokemon, have like astronomical CPs, like Dialga, 45, 65, Mewtwo's even higher, Groudon and Kyogre will be even higher, but then there are some that I've maxed to level 50, which, like Leafeon, 3300, so it differs. The recents in this are going to show what I caught first, not what I actually maxed first, so we're going to look at the first 3 that I maxed, which were for the level 47 challenge, in order to progress through the road to level 50. And the first Pokemon I actually maxed to level 50 was my Gyarados, 96% Gyarados Shiny that I got on the Go Fest of 2020. And I've now got 443 Magikarp XL again, just through hatches and catches and everything. But back in the day when XL Candy first dropped, it was extremely difficult to come by, really hard to drop from your catches. So I was just fortunate in the sense that I had never really evolved many Gyarados, so I actually had something like nearly 20,000 plus candy that I just transferred into XL, and then it only required a few catches on the Xmas 2020 December reroll com day to actually get that 296. So that was the first level 50 Pokemon I got. And then the next one, because again, it was a case of I didn't really evolve or max any Gengar, even in the early days of the game, because I didn't really like the Pokemon that much. It was too glassy. And also for me, it's a poison ghost type, so the poison means it's weak to psychic, which you want to use it as a counter for. Makes no sense to me, so I didn't really use it. So I had a lot of leftover candy for this, again about 18,000 candy, so I put that into XL and then caught a load of stuff on the community day, the December reroll. So that was my second level 50 Pokemon. Where things got interesting though is this is my level 50 now, Shundo Mamoswine. Now, in order to get that to level 50, I got a lot of XL through hatching the eggs on the December 2020 com day, because it was in the 2k egg pool and it was in the raids as well, so I was raiding and hatching that like mad. It was also an Xmas winter spawn, came off Les Souleurs, so I was catching it and trading it. And then, because I wanted to progress with the level 50 challenge like as soon as possible, it was a bit of a race in my head to get to level 50. I was grinding at there was a tiny little Swinub nest somewhere up at Hamwell that maybe had about 10 spawns if you did a tiny loop of it. And I was there for about 5 hours in the dark in December trying to catch these bloody Swinub to get the XL. And it's just because it wasn't weather boosted either, it was winter, so you don't get snowy weather in the UK. You just don't. And it wasn't sunny either, so I was not getting weather boosted ones, so I wasn't getting XL. That was a grind. This was my first proper grind to get XL candy for a Mon. That was my third ever level 50 Pokemon. And now it's going to become extremely difficult to progress and understand where I powered up next, because there's so many things. I remember powering up the Excadrill, because again, I think that was a spawn for an event around the winter time, so I got a lot of XL for that. That's level 50. But now let's just go through the formalities. So we got a level 50 Venusaur. Not quite sure how I got the XL for that. Maybe just random egg hatches and stuff. And I think walking it to Best Buddy. Walking things that are not legendaries to Best Buddy is probably one of the best ways to get XL candy in the game. Obviously XL, you can only get if you're over level 40. So get to level 40, then you can start getting the XL to get to level 50. And we've got another 300 XL. So if I get a Shundo Bulbasaur, it's going straight to level 50, people. This Machamp, massively boosted by the community day in January of 2021. The XL grind for that was really, really solid, and I've still got 15,000 candy that I can put into XL if I so choose. So that's another one that could go to level 50. I need to best buddy it as well. Ones that have been a bit more recent is the Gardevoir and Gallade sort of trio there. Now, the XL stuff was really helped with the Fairy and Dragon events that we had in May of 2021. Those events were sick for XL candy. You grind them, then you traded with people who had catches over 100 kilometers away. That boosted my routes XL, and as you can see now I'm at 727 again. That's thanks to the Curlier costume boosted spawns. But we've got a level 50 Gallade and 2 level 50 Gardevoir, which is brilliant considering Darkrai's coming out very soon. A couple of joke ones, so you might be wondering what the bloody hell are you doing, Milo, maxing an Aggron to level 50? Well, apart from anything else, Aggron gets a Mega in the future. Steel type Mega, which you know for a fact is going to come out before Metagross. But a level 50 Aggron, just because an XL candy surplus, I had to put it into something. I thought, why not do this? And then, yeah, this one was interesting. I can't remember, that was maybe the sustainability event with all of the Grimer candy, and then maybe there was a Grimer Spotlight Hour as well where I just grinded it and got a load of XL. I could max a Kanto one as well if I so pleased to level 50. It's just jokes. Level 50 Alolan Muck, why not? More recently, when Mega Lopunny came out, it's fighting type Mega, if you Mega Evolve it, it's got to be level 50. Anything that's a decent raid counter in my head or a Mega should be level 50, if you can do it. So that had to be done. Now we're turning back the clock here. When was that? Was that the end of May? No, it's the end of March. End of March of 2021, we had the Rayquaza raid weekend where I went berserk on the raids. I think I did like nearly 230 raids in 2 days. We managed to get the XL for 2 maxes to level 50. So this one, the Shundo, had to go, Schlundo even, the Schlundo had to go to level 50 instantly. Glorious, glorious level 50, plus when the Mega comes out. Level 50 Mega Schlundo Rayquaza. Gotta be done. Gotta be done. I'm just going to go through chronological order now. You'll remember Tepig Com Day. Any Com Day from 2021, basically, if you don't, you need to catch like 400 really, and then you'll get enough XL, to be honest. So, level 50, 100% lucky Emboar was a must. I remember getting, that was in a trade from somewhere, I can't remember where. That was a random trade with Tom. Most of my Pokemon are trades from Tom, I have to say. This one was very recent. You would have seen at the end of my 24-hour of the Fashion Week challenge video. Fashion Week event challenge, whatever video. Check out that if you haven't seen it. The latest video of trying to grind for 24 hours straight and getting a load of Shinies, Candy, XL, etc. It was a really good fun video. Long one. I appreciate everybody who's watched it and the support it's had. But the end result of it, we managed to hatch enough Timber to actually max one of these level 50, which again, really, really useful considering Darkrai is in raids very soon, at the end of October. The Garchomp army, this is just the first one in my storage, we'll come back to Garchomp in a bit. That's the second 100% Rayquaza that finally got the XL at the end of the raid weekend. The Charizard, obviously level 50 for the Mega, either form. That was a bit of a grind. Did have to do quite a few trades to get the XL for that, because obviously Charmander Com Day was before XL was introduced to the game. And the December Com Day reroll doesn't really net that much XL because there's like 11 Pokemon spawning. But Kanto Tour definitely helped with this, to be fair. I think I maxed it after Kanto Tour. I lose track so quickly of what I've done. Obviously Swablu Com Day, I got the Hundo off of Incensed. I got you the Hundo. Or is this an older Hundo? This is an older Hundo, caught during field research. This is an older Hundo. But it had to be done level 50. It's a community day mon. Plus it gets the Mega, that fairy type Dragon Mega, This definitely is a result of that Sustainability Week event with all the Trubbish spawning everywhere. 100% Garbodor, just to level 50. That really is future prep because it gets a Gigantamax form. So, I don't know, just thinking ahead with that one. Another Community Day Pokemon, Fletchling, or whatever it's called now, Talonflame. That's it, because I don't PvP, so I don't know its name. But it's a level 50 PvP mon for Ultra League. This one, I think I had to do quite a few Mega Raids actually to get that. Because obviously if you do the Mega Raid, then you get the Evolve form to catch it, and then you get boosted XL through that way. So I think it was like 2 XL per catch. So I had to do the Mega Raids to catch the Ampharos, to then trade them to get more XL. But I've actually got enough, and as you can see, Mareep otherwise doesn't spawn very often. There was the Mareep in Incensed Day. Yeah, there's a focus camera. It's light. Camera's deciding not to focus indoors now. This is stupid. So there was a Mareep Incensed Day back in January or early February, I believe, and yeah, got some XL for that, which was all right. But this is a good one. Electric type Mega, Electric Dragon type Mega, had to be done to level 50. The Metagross. Now this is an interesting one because obviously Metagross and Beldum don't really spawn that often. We've seen Metagross in the raid sometimes, like a couple of weeks ago, where I did do some Metagross raids, but the best way to get XL for that was Beldum Incense Day earlier in the year. I saved every single Beldum and then traded them over distance. Trade them over 100-kilometer distance. The best way to do that, honestly, is if you can find a friend who's over 100 kilometers away. So the easiest way for that to happen is, I think, when I go to Bristol, I gotcha and catch everything while I'm in Bristol, bring it back, and then Tom and I can XL trade that way, which works really, really well as a format. There are other ways to do it as well to get boosted XL, but that was how I got the Metagross XL, was actually through doing about 200 Beldum trades for XL candy. But level 50 Metagross, it gets a Mega in the future. It's the best steel type in the game, future-proof level 50 Mon, so highly recommend trying to get some of that. Roserade, obviously, level 50, Conde, got to be done. It was my highest IV one at the time, level 98. I do have a Hundo now, but Stardust is minimal. The Mewtwo, before the camera decides to run out of battery. The Mewtwo, this is the one from Australia, from Shelby, which was caught in, earlier in the year. Yeah, much earlier, 24th of February. That was a combination of doing random, special trades for XL candy, so distant special trades once per day, and also just raiding the hell out of Mewtwo. Raiding it super hardcore, even when the armoured version was in the raids, just because it's all XL candy. And I can max a second one to level 50, eventually. It's another level 50 Garchomp, but there's still more further up the list. This was a research breakthrough one back in March, which was nice. So we'll come back to Garchomp. This one, I got this in a live stream and had to raid super hardcore for it. That's the thing, legendaries, there's only really the way of raiding now. 3 XL minimum per catch to get it to level 50, and a few special trades along the way, and possibly the transfers. I wish the double transfer candy Swallow will give you double transfer XL candy, but they don't, unfortunately. So a level 50 Therian Form Thundurus is a super DPS electric type attacker, which is sweet. This is another one actually that I maxed this when I was in Wales. The May events for the dragon types and the fairy types, we had Bagon, Dratini, and a few other dragons spawning. The XL candy game for that was including, catches, trades again. Seriously, XL candy trades, 100-kilometer trade distance is the most lucrative way to get a load of XL. That's how I've done all of these level 50 mons basically. Same with Gibble, this, Metagross, Beldum, etc. They've all been XL candy trades basically, but I could max another one to level 50, but I thought I'll go with the 93 Shadow, because Shadow Dragonite is massively better than a normal one. This one was interesting. This one required a lot of walking, a heck of a lot of walking, and a lot of rare candy pumping into Rayquaza. All the rare candy I was getting from raids between sort of March through to possibly even August or something. Might have even been a bit earlier than that, I think around GoFest. I was creating XL candy using rare candy into Rayquaza candy, which is a very, very slow process because it's 100 candy to an XL candy. Third, level 50, Hundo Rayquaza. I've got to do it all again for the fourth one we got on GoFest, but another level 50 Hundo Excadrill. So that I think there was a surplus of XL, or Excadrill might have been a boosted spawn again. I don't know, we had a nest. We had a nest in Walpole way back in the beginning of the year. So I was grinding that for the XL candy, and it paid off. 200% level 50 Excadrill. It's a top ground type attacker, very good DPS. The level 50 Abomasnow, I think I'd actually managed to get just enough XL through catching these through winter spawns that by the time I got to getting the Hundo purified from a stop, the rocket stop, it was very easy. Common spawns, if you look and you're over level 40 and you start getting XL, you'll find yourself getting XL candy for things like, well, not at the moment because it entirely depends on the the seasonal spawns you've got. But I was getting XL candy for Bunnelby and Fletchling and stuff super quick, super easy, including this winter spawn for this. Loads of XL candy off the bat. So that's a level 50. It's another mega, basically. This is one we maxed recently as well. 100% level 50 Togekiss. The second one we maxed at the end of the 24-hour challenge video. That was tricky. That required a lot of walking. Quite a few trades, but obviously Togepi, you can only hatch it. So that's a minimum ability on trades, really. Yeah, this one took a lot of effort because there aren't too many ways to actually get XL for Togekiss or Togepi. Xerneas. Basically any legendary that I get a hundo of nowadays. This was implemented like just after the XL candy was really fixed. If you remember, right at the beginning of the year, legendaries gave you random XL, so you could do 40 Groudon raids in January, and you wouldn't get an XL candy. Thankfully, they fixed it, so this was 100 raids or so, possibly a little bit less, to get a level 50 Xerneas. But worth it. Worth it for the level 50 Xerneas. I like them on. And now we're still back in May. Still back in May with 2 level 50 Yveltal. So I got each of these literally within about 10 raids of doing Yveltal. I was incredibly lucky in terms of IV. I think that was raid number 7, and this was like raid, well, maybe more than 10. That was raid number 15 or something, so it was kind of insane. So I just had to raid super hardcore during the 2 weeks it was here. But it's cool, and I've even got enough XL to get a third one if we get it to level 50. Legendaries are quite easy to get to level 50 now if you just raid for them. If you're doing it by free passes, legendaries are probably not the best way to go in terms of getting level 50 mons. There are easier ways rather than just burning passes. Now we've arrived at the Gible Com Day, where we will talk a little bit about 2 things. Firstly, we know Com Days with XL, massively boosted. You're just going to get a load of XL. I think I got about 600 or 700 XL for Gible on the Com Day, plus I saved about 1,500 to 2,000 Gible in my storage, and I'm going to say it again, the trades. 100 kilometer trade distance, guaranteed XL. If you do 100 of those per day, 100 XL guaranteed per day. And then if you just do that, and I gained 1,500 XL candy through doing that because I was just trading Gible, 100 of them every day for 2 weeks, basically, more than 2 weeks. So that's how I've got 7 level 50 Gible, or 7 level 50 Garchomp, 6 Hundos and 198 Shiny. And we've still got 100 XL Gible candy left, to be honest. This one, again, this is a very easy one to do. I have to be honest, if you can drop a Meltan box, do your Meltan box, you'll find obviously Meltan is a mythical. You'll get around 60 Meltan per box. If you do your box regularly, you're going to find yourself getting the XL candy for Melmetal or Meltan really fast. So when I actually got the lucky hundo from Anna in a trade, that was on the Euro final day. And I've still got nearly 1,000, just over 900 XL still left over, having maxed one to 50 instantly. So this is, and it's a really good mon. It's a really solid mon with a good moveset as well. Good in PvP, good in the raids. So if you can do that, that's a really solid one to get to level 50. Now we've got the Double Dialga, we're getting into the really recent stuff. Double Dialga just had to raid super hardcore to get the XL for them, because each of these arrived in the same day. If you remember, 200 Dialga in the same day, so just raided hardcore to get the XL in order to power them up, which is, what, 590 something? So, yeah. Had to do that. Now we're into the Shundos. The Shundos for Eevee, where I had already converted about 25,000 Eevee candy into XL. Well ahead of the Com Day. I think I did it at the moment XL candy drop because I'm like, well, I'm not going to evolve Eevee. I've got Hundos and mostly everything. I'll max them. Plus the XL you get on the Com Day. I didn't bother doing any trades because you don't need to. But 100% level 50 Leafeon and level 50 Shundo Sylveon as well. 2 very cool mons. Leafeon's my favourite, but Sylveon, good against Darkrai. And the final one, the most recent one we've got, is of course the Oshawott Community Day Samurott, level 50. It's 100%er, very simple to do. Any Com Day mon, basically, if you grind a little bit, you will get the XL candy to do it. So even, I mean, if you wanted to get a level 50 Dusknoir, you can. For the Com Day. Yeah, that is the 46 Pokemon that I have at level 50. 46 Pokemon we've got at level 50. I could get a lot more. I have so much XL for quite a few other mods. It's just the Stardust. Let me know in the comments, of course, what Pokemon you've got to level 50, or indeed, what Pokemon would you like to get to level 50, because I'm trying to get Rhyperior to level 50, because that's a really, really good counter for 2 different typings. Very lucrative. Very, very lucrative, although Rhyhorn is extremely difficult to find as a spawn, despite being a boosted seasonal spawn. With that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please make sure to subscribe if you are new with the notifications on, so you don't miss any uploads or live streams, and of course, smash the like button if you enjoyed the video. And let me know if you want to see a few more of these videos, because we can obviously do a shiny collection showcase, we can do a Hundo collection showcase. There's a couple of other different things, can't we, with the account? Why not? Why not flex the account, Milo? Do it. But with that, I will see you all in the next video, ladies and gentlemen. Do take care.